Major Elder, how's this equipment working in Vietnam?
Very well, with very reliable results. And it's been constantly used in the deployment of the task force headquarters away from Nui Dat.
What's the range of this equipment?
Well, in this particular trunk system, we have two types of equipment being used. There's the ANTRC-24, which has a range of 30 to 40 miles, and the ANTRC-90A, which has a range of 150 to 180 miles.
What are the advantages of this equipment over a cable trunk route?
There are many advantages. The major ones would be the flexibility of locating a detachment, the speed of installation, the saving in manpower and material to install the system, and the important factor is that if you're operating over enemy territory, it can't be interfered with.
Does the weather and general atmospheric conditions interfere with the working of the equipment?
Oh, only slightly, and these can be compensated for.
How long will it be before this equipment completely replaces cable laying?
Well, this equipment won't completely replace cable laying. There will always be a need for trunking systems of this nature and for cable trunking systems, and there will always be a need for a cable to be used around headquarters and these type of installations.
This exercise is coming to a close today after 11 days. What did the Army get out of it?
Well, everyone gets a lot of benefit out of an exercise of this nature, but in this particular case, I think the detachment commanders, the junior NCOs, and the national servicemen have gained a lot of benefit. They've first time in many cases that they've participated in a major field exercise of this nature.
How is this equipment working in Vietnam?
With very reliable results, and it's been constantly used in the deployment of the task force headquarters away from Nui Dat.
What's the range of this equipment?
There are two types of equipment being used on this trunking system. There's the ANTRC-24, which has a range of 30 to 40 miles, and the ANTRC-90A, which has a range of 150 to 180 miles.
What are the advantages of this equipment over cable trunk route?
There are many advantages. The major ones would be the flexibility of it, the ease of installation, the saving in manpower and equipment, and if you're operating in over hostile territory, the fact that the enemy can't interfere physically with your routing.
Does the weather and general atmospheric conditions interfere with the working of this equipment?
Only slightly, and these can be compensated for.
How long will it be before this equipment completely replaces cable laying?
We will never completely replace cable laying. There's a requirement for cable, and there always will be, particularly around headquarters and these type complexes.
This exercise is coming to a close today after 11 days. Now, what did the Army get out of it?
Many lessons come out of an exercise of this nature. However, the particular ones in this case, from my point of view, is the training of the young soldiers, particularly the detachment commanders and the junior NCOs and the national servicemen, who in many cases are on exercise now for the first time in the Army.
Major Elder, thank you.